St. Louis real estate market. Are we seeing the headwinds that we're seeing around the country right now? Not in the quantity that's happening around the country, but we are certainly seeing some interesting things going on in our market. We've been talking about it for the last few months, but it's accelerating. Across the four markets we serve, St. Louis County, St. Charles County, St. Louis City, Jefferson County, we are seeing the exact same trends, except one little difference. St. Charles County unit sales year over year are up 6.5%. That is the only statistic out of those four markets, 5 metrics on each market, 20 total metrics are same except for one, 19 out of 20. Why are St. Charles unit sales up? New construction. That is the only reason. They're over inventorying right now in St. Charles County. Some of these builders are getting very aggressive on some price reductions, including different finishes and upgrades. But other than that, consistent across the board. Let's start with active listings, new listings. Active listings are down. Why are active listings and new listings, meaning listings within the last 7 days, down? Less sellers are putting their homes on the market right now. They're seeing some of these in-the-face wins that are happening to slow down some sales, and they're saying, I don't know if I should be selling right now. It may not be the right time. My home's not ready to go. I also don't know that I want to give up that interest rate. So numerous reasons why, but we are seeing active listings down. St. Louis County down 9%. St. Charles County, even with all their new inventory, down 6%. St. Louis City is struggling the most out of any of the markets, down 22%. And then Jefferson County down 27%. New listings down 15% St. Louis County, 13% in St. Charles County. Again, with all the new building going on, what's happening is just less spec inventory right now. Builders are wanting to sell these homes and get out of many of them. St. Louis City new listings down 26%. Jefferson County new listings down 14%. Correlated to the down inventory, expireds across the board. St. Louis County expireds up 4%. St. Charles County up 4%. St. Louis City down 18%. And Jefferson County down that same 4%. Sales units, other than St. Charles County, we already talked. St. Louis County year over year down almost 3%. St. Louis City unit sales down 19%. Jefferson County is down just less than 1%. But here's the kicker. Although inventory is declining, expireds are going up, unit sales are going down, prices continue to increase. They increased 7% year over year in St. Louis County, 1% in St. Charles County, 10% in St. Louis City, 10% in Jefferson County. So the interesting trend is, although unit sales are up in St. Charles County, the prices really haven't increased. Again, we'll go back to the builders, and they're not getting as aggressive on price. Some of them are taking price reductions. And then the competitiveness of new construction versus what's on the market, it's putting downward pressure on those homes that are competing with the new construction homes. So overall, that market price-wise is just up 1%. Across the board, let me reiterate, active listings, new listings are down. Not down because of the fact that sales are up. No, just less sellers are putting their home on the market. Expireds, canceled, homes coming off the market that are on the market, increasing. And then unit sales are down across the board with St. Charles County. Prices are up. What is the story? Great homes are still selling, in many cases, multiple offers, over asking. Those homes that are underprepared for sale, priced too high, even after price adjustments, just are not selling. The story to tell sellers right now, price your home right. Even if you're going to take a different strategy than pricing it right, underprice it. Do not overprice it. Prepare that home for sale. Eliminate the wild butts. Get it closer to move-in ready. and then have it marketed to the highest level, cast the widest net possible, and you should be able to sell that home with multiple offers potentially, close to asking potentially. Again, if it's underpriced or it's priced about right, you should close to asking or over. And so overall, this is a market that you need a strategy in place, and the market will recognize those great homes. Interest rates, they're very consistent, so they're not really having a great impact on the market right now. They've actually gone down a tad, and we didn't see a correlated bump up, but interest rates are in the 6.5, and we really don't see that changing much. They may go down a little bit, bringing a few more buyers into the market, but I think this market, what you see right here, is the new norm for a while.